G'day again, John Down Untuned here in Melbourne, Australia. I'm having a go at the contest put out by Josh. Flip Side Vinyl Community with JC. That's how his channel's called. He's had a 3,000 subscriber milestone that he's just passed. And congratulations, because you've got an absolutely brilliant channel. Very busy doing all the record store day releases. He's got tons of information on them. And he recently did a top 10 records that he doesn't have in his collection. And I'm with you, Josh. I only have one of them, and not even on vinyl. But it's a very crazily expensive one here in Australia. I won't say what that one was, but that's the only one I've got out of all those ones you showed. Anyway, his competition's pretty easy. All you have to do is give a shout out to another channel and to show a record from the 70s, 80s and 90s. So with the shout outs, I'll sneak two in. They're both Australian, and the first one's Ben Rankins. He's a fairly new channel from what I can see, and he's fantastic on the lesser known Aussie artists and bands. He's got a very cool, easygoing style. He knows his stuff too. He's pretty good. So highly recommend Ben's channel. Sub him up if you haven't heard of him, and I'll put a link down if I remember. And the second one, he's an older bloke. He's a New South Wales resident, I think, from memory. Ben's Melbourne actually, so we might even catch up one day. Who knows? We'll probably bump into somewhere in a record shop or something. But and Dave Freeman, he's an older gent that's a bit curmudgeonly, I suppose. I hope he doesn't mind me saying that, but he's got that sort of style. Loves his baccy. Looks like he likes a drink too, which is very good. We sort of had the similar thing going at the same time. We both were into the Ronnie Woods book, that autobiography that he put out. And he was talking about that, and I'm like, geez, I just read that the day before, and I could remember one of the things that was in it. And so we've watching each other's videos, and he's really good. So I'll put him down as well. Now, just for the one for the 70s. Pretty sure nobody's shown this on the VC, but I'll throw in Christy Allen. There you go, Magic Rhythm. She was just one of those nice girls from the sort of right at the end of disco, sort of, just a female singer. Had a couple of, quite big hits, which were Goosebumps and Here's My Number One, and she was on Countdown a number of times. I do remember it, at the time. I think she was, born in England and then went to Perth, I think. And, unfortunately she died in 2008, aged about, I think she was 54. I think she was 54. Not 100%, but I think that's how old she was. But, quite young. And, this one's a little bit different for the time, because this is a blue vinyl edition. And that's on Mushroom, which of course was Michael. He's another one that's just recently died. That's Michael Gudinski's label, Mushroom. And blue was not a very common colour back then. Like most albums nowadays are coloured, but back then it was a bit of a novelty. And she had one other Aussie album called Detour. I don't have that. I've seen it in the shops, but I haven't seen a good copy. It's like a die-cut cover, I think her face is hiding behind it when you open it up. And there was an album called Goosebumps that the overseas people might see or hear about. That's the other one. But she was sort of in and out just in a couple of years, and then that was the end of it. So that's one from the 70s. To go to the 80s, and it was probably only a year later, because I think this came out in 1980. And this is The Numbers, and self-titled album in 1980. And Chris and Annalise Morrow, brother and sister, they were the main two in the band. That's on the deluxe label. 5-letter word and Modern Song. They were probably the main two tracks. They should have done better. I don't know why they didn't, but they just somehow didn't catch the attention of the general public. But those that know. So that's that album. That was their first one. And they did put a second album out in 82, and that's 3951. And apparently that is the reference to the fact that their last album, the first one, was very short length, and so they've put 39:51 as alleged. I haven't timed it, but yeah, that's apparently the length of the album. So that's the only two records that they did put out. And yeah, I think the big song off, or the probably most well was a song called Big Beat. So that's yeah, the Numbers. And then moving to the and one other thing I should put in is a CD that they put out, a compilation. This is from 2007, I think. It's called Numerology. And it's got most of the tracks on it, and there's pictures of their 7 inches and records. And this one here, this the Government Boy, it's like a 3-track 7-inch EP, and that is big dollars. I've never seen one or found one, but that's, I think Discogs average is 110 Aussie dollars, and it goes up to 200. So that's very pricey vinyl if you can find one. And there's the CD, and that Government Boy, there are 3 bonus tracks on this. So that's what you get on this CD. So that's where you can actually, you get to hear them. So compilation CD from 2007 from the Numbers. And then to the 90s, the brother and sister duo again brought out the Maybe Dolls, and this is 1991, called Propaganda. It's only on CD. There's not a vinyl copy out there, and they went a bit harder, sort of a harder edge rock sound. And that's the CD. Yeah, Nervous Kid and Don't Look Back. They were the 2 main tracks. They're pretty easy to see on YouTube, so if you want to look them up. And yeah, good sound. It's one of those ones, just some bands just don't do well. You wonder why, but yeah, they could have done better, I suppose. So yeah, it's got a very American-y type sound too. So maybe grunge came in and spoiled it, I don't know. But yeah, it could be, because this is 91, 92 era. So Propaganda from the Maybe Dolls. So that's it. Yeah, thanks for putting the competition up, Josh. Yeah, fantastic work you've done, and yeah, long may you continue, because yeah, you've got a really good channel and a great nature too. You should be an honorary Aussie, because you've got a great style. I really like it. So yeah, for everybody watch, thanks very much, and I'll see you later.